Hey guys, we're here with lesson 7 in module 4, and we're going to continue our work with area through the whole module. Today, you guys are in luck because we have been talking so much about multiplying side lengths to find area that this lesson should be pretty straightforward because we're sort of already a step ahead of the game because we've been talking about this right from the beginning, and you'll see in a minute why we're sort of a step ahead and why this should come pretty easily to our class. So what it asks you to do here at the beginning of our lesson, again, we'll go over this in class. This is the problem set that we did today, but this is a chance for you to review. It says use a straight edge to draw the grid of equal sized squares within the rectangle. So straight edge meaning your ruler. Find and label the side lengths, then multiply the side lengths to find the area. Now, we can do exactly like they say. I do talk about following directions all the time, so we can do exactly what they said, and we can say, in rectangle A, we connect, the grid from up there to down there, do that all along here, and then do the same along this horizontal portion. And we can find out that there are three, they call them 3 units, and we can find out that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 units. All right, and then we could do that multiplication, and it's down here. Area A is 3 units times 4 units is 12 square units. Straightforward. If that's helpful to you to draw those in, absolutely go ahead, do it. But I want to show you that you can find it a different way. We can just multiply without drawing anything in. So I'm all about doing things efficiently, and I'm okay with you not drawing things in if you understand why you don't have to draw them in. If you understand the concept of multiplying to find area already, then I'm not going to ask you to draw things in. If you can look and see, look at these, even though there are no, this blank inside here, look up top. Like here's 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 units right there. And then if we look at the left side here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So even though there's nothing inside our rectangle, we can see that the side lengths are 5 units and 4 units, right? Just by counting, the rectangles on the outside. So in part B, I already know that I have 5 units times 4 units is 20 square units. And I didn't have to draw anything in with my straight edge. Now I could, I could have gone in there and drawn them, especially, done maybe this and this, and I could have like I'm not being super accurate here, but close enough. I could have done that and then said 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have done that, right? But the answer is the same either way. It doesn't matter that I draw the grid in there. So if you understand how to do the multiplication without drawing the grid, by all means, go ahead and do that. Let's do a couple more of these. Let's do D. We'll skip C for now, and we'll skip E. We'll do D and F. Okay, so D, again, I'll use the marker again. On the top, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, I know my top length is 4 units without drawing anything in. I didn't need to fill it in yet. Now, going down on the left side, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See 7 units there. Because the reason we know is these lines would have just continued through there. So like that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. You can kind of envision where those boxes would be. So I'll write this way, 7 units. It's kind of squeezed in there next to the part for question B. And so now that I have 4 units on top and 7 units on the left, I could say 4 units times 7 units is 28 square units. 4 times 7 equals 28. Okay. Let's do F. Part F again on the top we have, I'm not even going to highlight these ones. Let's move to one further level of understanding here. Look, I can go 1, 2. So I have 2 units there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units there. So 2 times 4 is 8 square units. Now I can confirm that by drawing in the rest of the array. And I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double check my work, make sure it's accurate. So that just proves to me that I did it correctly. So that's how you do the basics of using a grid paper or grid that's given to you in this case to find out the area of something when the squares are not included inside, when the squares are blank, or the squares or rectangles rather are blank. And again, you can fill it in if you need to. If that's helpful for you, by all means do it. I want you to use the tools that work for you. But if it's not helpful for you, or if you are understanding that you can just multiply side lengths, then just multiply side lengths. I'm not going to make you draw on the grid. Let's look at how this can be applied. So the area of Benjamin's bedroom floor is shown on the grid. So here is this white space is his bedroom floor. Each square represents 1 square foot. So 1 square foot in each spot. How many total square feet is Benjamin's floor? And again, it's not asking for the area of this whole grid. It's just asking for this dark part, the white portion. It's like outlined in black. Label or use a straight edge to draw the grid of equal size squares. Again, I could do that. That's going to take me forever. And if I can figure this problem out without doing it, that's more efficient. And then find the total number of squares. So I'm even going to, for myself and for most of you, I'm going to cross that off. I don't need to do that today. But what I can do is say, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 feet. So from right there to right there, that is 11 feet. If you took a tape measure and measured from one corner of the room to the other corner of the room, that's 11 feet. Now I'm going to measure from right here, stretch my tape measure down to there. And I need to measure, each of these boxes is a foot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 feet. Okay. So I have 9 feet times 11 feet. Okay. A couple of different ways we can solve this. 11s are pretty easy to multiply if you're multiplying by a single digit. You take that other digit, so in the 9 in this case, and you double it. So 99 square feet. And that's how you solve a problem like that without having to go through the trouble of, I'll just do a couple of these. Watch, this would take a long time and you'd have to be really accurate. And even if you did it this way, right? Like even if you did all this work, you already have the information available to solve the problem without drawing these in. Like the information exists up here and over here. So if the information's already there, use it, right? Use your time wisely, use your brain power wisely, and don't work harder than you have to, basically. Like work smart, right? So use the information that is available to you and use it in an efficient way. All right, let's go down to number 4. Number 3 kind of has marker bleeding through it from the other side there. Mrs. Barnes draws a rectangular array. Mila skip counts by 4s, and Jorge skip counts by 6s to find the total number of square units in the array. When they give their answers, Mrs. Barnes says that they are both right. Use pictures, numbers, and words to explain how Mila and Jorge can both be right. How many square units might Mrs. Barnes's array have had? So I would say that they probably drew something, or they probably were counting something that had 4, or do they have units on this? 4 units and 6 units, right? One of them was counting by 6s this way, and one of them was counting by 4s vertically, right? So 4 times 6 equals 24 square units. It didn't ask for the area, but we can give it. And my sentence would say something like, they're both right, right? Because side lengths are 4 and 6, So you could count by either. All right, simple explanation, right? If you know both side lengths, you can count by either one, doesn't matter. They come out the same. And then we already figured this out, but 24 square units, right, is probably how many her, how much area her rectangle took up, because 4 times 6 is 24. Again, we did the work up here for this portion, right? I wouldn't accept that as an answer from you without showing your work as well. All right, guys, this again is a continuation of the work we've been doing with area. You guys are doing again, like I said yesterday, a better job understanding that the key to finding area, especially in rectangles or squares, is to multiply the length times the width. So multiply one side times another side to find that area. And again, area is always measured in square units. All right, please ask questions if you've got them.